Here I am, JK. Hello, mentors. Thank you so much for clicking and watching my video again with curiosity and kindness. I'm JK, who is a lifelong learner, language learner, want to be science coach, and great thinker. This is my learning blog channel. I am waiting for mentors who can give me advice and helps me about my curious and impulsive questions. Today, I'm going to share what I've studied about NGSS first. The first I had heard about NGSS was when I took a grad program in my teaching degree course. My dedicated, awesome professor introduced this abridged version of a long document. I was not aware of the value of this book. It was one of my textbooks I have to go through for my assignment. But when I had an interview for my student teaching, and after all, I'm always asked about what I do know about NGSS. I decided to set up my video frame in this structure. I figured out that I like to have a structure for my class as a daily routine. I benchmarked that idea into my channel. First section is about driving question, why I am making this video. Second is sharing my learning and posing questions. Third is more question related to follow-up study plan or so. These are my driving questions that I want to think about. What is NGSS? Why is it so important? How am I going to use it for my class? NGSS is a science standard that is written based off a framework. NGSS follow the performance expectation, which is explained as a similar to grade band. But the unique feature of this standard is that NGSS dissected each band with a three perspective. 1, SEP, 2, CCC, number 3, DCI. Performance expectation is a backbone. It gives me a big picture of a learning trend through all grades. I can refer this guideline for planning classes and expanding content. My understanding for SEP is to teach how to do science. These are 7 performances that students are expected to learn and accomplish. I believe all the science teachers already include many of these activities in their curriculum, but I think some of these might be more preferred or looked over or not explicitly explained. Second, disciplinary core ideas. DCI is a perspective that focused on the content or subject. This was the first category I can use to find the content easily when I did not know how to use NGSS at all. The interesting part is that committee combined the chemistry and physics together and put them into the physical science. It looks like they try to touch the broader and general theme of each subject. Cross-cutting concept. This is a very interesting aspect of this standard. I was excited and want to give a big applause to committees because I thought this was a genius idea. What I understand is scientists got the data, drew the graph, analyzed it, refined and resonated their finding and understanding. But how scientists understand the meaning of this data and their finding, how to interpret and comprehend their finding into a big concept. I think these are aspects scientists went through when scientists find the meaning of their work. Why does my graph form this data? How will my data change in 1 minute? How big would this impact be to this system? How do they regulate? These are eye-opening concepts for me. The more I think, the more I feel convinced that I want to share these NGSS concepts with the students and parents, not for the curriculum night, but also for the regular classroom time. When I dived about NGSS, the most impressive part is about nature of science. It would be great if I knew about this standard when I worked at the lab. I reflect myself that I was more close to technician rather than a scientist. I just use a technician as a title of job to describe. I know there are so many great technicians who have the quality of scientists. I came across three questions in my mind when I learned about NOS. First, what is science? I was taught that science is learning about natural phenomena and nature. Recently, I read a book, Germs, Guns, and Steel by Jerry Diamond. He claimed the importance and necessity of human science. The other book I read is Being Brilliant. Author is a great figure in the science of learning. The definition I knew seems too limited now. Shouldn't we address that science could mean the process of thinking and reasoning about the phenomena? Might we already know what scientists do? Why do we need a new standard then? It turned out not new, but it's based off a framework, but it seems unnecessary to set out our direction toward the science education because we faced a huge change in our society regarding the amount of knowledge and speed of work. What if someone asks me how I'm going to use my NGSS for my class? I would say I'm going to carefully choose a key content base of DCI and CCC cross-cutting concept and implement SAP and phenomena and performance expectation, researching students' demand and interest. I'm trying to weave these two intentionally and give a more opportunity to students to engage and explore in my classroom. I would like to be a supporter and facilitator for my students to perform and explore science. Thank you so much watching my video again. I used Canva for my site design. I got the idea of NGSS using NGSS website. I would deeply appreciate if you can share with me how you are doing with NGSS.